Lexmoto Venom SK125-22, and I was thinking about the windshield, because simply now when I pass my A1 license to start riding in the motorway, so I decided to buy one. So essentially this windshield I have here is more designed for the scooter. Now the idea is that when I sit on a motorcycle and I hit the high speeds, there is a lot of wind. So there is a lot of wind hitting my chest. Naturally I'm losing a lot of speed and burning more fuel by riding this way. But what I do, I dug down right by the fuel tank, and this way essentially I get less wind resistance, and that way use less fuel and could ride faster. Any windscreen pretty much that you get, especially universal one, there is the same fitting like these wind mufflers that I have, which is using the mounting on your mirrors, and then from there everything follows on. So I need a 14mm spanner to take these mirrors away. So first what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna release the nut by twisting it away. That should release the pressure. There you go. And now when I released the pressure, I'm able just to turn the whole mirror out. Once I take this mirror out, I can put the bracket in just underneath of the mirror like before. Just gonna move that nut all the way to the top so I get the max space for the mirror to come in. Now it's nicely coming through, and I'm just sandwiching it, all these parts together. So the mirror acts essentially like a screw to hold this bracket into the place. So I'm gonna do exactly the same with the other mirror. The only difference is this time I have this brake fluid thing in the way. I'm just gonna use a few of these washers. Put just a few washers on there to raise the level. I think that's a little bit too high. Let's take a few of them out. Let's see the difference. Brilliant. So now I have this into the same position. I could potentially manually bend these into the shape. Let's do that. Let's see where I can. So I'm just gonna move it slightly by the hand, apply the force. So the whole metal piece in itself is nicely bending. Let's do the same with the other side. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a protective clean away from the shield. Nice. Let's fit the shield in desirable place. Now I'm gonna try to fit the nut where I want it to be. I put the extra washers in there just to keep it a better squeeze on those ends here. I adjusted these nuts quite nicely on the side. The angle seems to be just about right. And it's relatively steady. Relatively steady wedged. I like it. The only last thing what's left to do is just adjust my mirrors, which I'm gonna do back with a 14mm spanner. Get that mirror into the desirable location, and then just twist this cap to lock it in to hold it solidly into place. and I have just about enough space to duck myself in. Brilliant. Let's keep it that way. Okay, so this is what I have managed to do last night. As you see, the windscreen nicely fitted. It fits very nicely into this little edge groove here. So like it sits onto it. Just above the instrument panel. It looks very nice and neat. Solid. Let's just see how it's gonna be behaving on the road right now. So riding with the windshield on the motorway, I only managed to reach briefly 60 miles per hour or 55 in a very short period, just because it was a lot of traffic. But in conclusion, what I felt that riding normally, I had a lot of wind coming and it felt like it was coming right into my neck, and saw more wind towards my helmet. So I guess the wind was just bending from the windshield into about here. But the chest was feeling really good. And then once I reached the higher speed, I was able just about to duck in. And funny enough to say, if I was ducking just about here, there was a lot of wind coming through. Where here doesn't seem like much, but then all the noise was disappearing. So that means I still could ride at speed. I have just about enough space to duck it. And let's face it, having a windshield is nice when you're riding at the higher speeds. But I would definitely suggest to get the scarf.